Hello dear students, today the next topic is parallel resonance circuit. In the previous lecture we have seen about what is the resonance and also the series resonance circuit. Resonance means at a particular applied frequency the impedance of the circuit becomes maximum or minimum is called resonance circuit. In the first topic, series resonance circuit, the impedance of the circuit becomes minimum, so the current flowing through the circuit becomes maximum. In today's topic, parallel combination of the LCR, in this case, the current flowing through the circuit becomes minimum, so the impedance of the circuit becomes maximum. Then, how is the connection in parallel combination of the LCR or the parallel combination of the resonance circuit? We can connect the inductor in parallel combination, and also it is connected to the AC source of EMF. What is the value of the applied EMF? It is A naught sine omega t. In this case, the EMF of the circuit is constant, while the current flowing through the both is different. So we can add the current in this case. Now, if you plot the graph of current flowing through the conductor, capacitor, and current flowing through the inductor, then the plot, we can plot the graph as so here to the positive y-axis we can plot the graph of current flowing through the capacitor, that of the inductor, the current flowing we can plot it on the negative y-axis, while on the x there is a EMF EL is equals to EC is equals to E. The EMF of the circuit is constant because inductor and capacitor are connected in parallel. Now why the IC is plotted on the positive y-axis? Because the capacitor conductor leads the EMF by pi by 2, that is a 90 degree. So it is greater than EC, so it is plotted on the y, positive y. EL is lagging behind the EMF by 90 degree, pi by 2. Therefore we have plotted it on the negative y-axis. Now from the Ohm's law, what is the equation of E? We can write V is equals to IR according to Ohm's law. How we can write the same equation for EL and EC? EL is equals to I XL and EC is equals to I XC. But in this case, as per the given condition, EL is equals to EC is equals to E. The EMF of the circuit is constant for the combination, parallel combination. So the value of current, we can write current I, or also we can write the current flowing through the inductor is IL and that of the capacitor is IC. How we can write the equation for E is equals to ILXL and E is equals to ICXC. From these equations we can write the equation for IL is equals to E upon XL, while that of the IC becomes E upon XC. So this is the equations for current flowing through the inductor and the current flowing through the capacitor. Now what is the resonance condition? At particular applied frequency of the alternating source, we have adjusted the frequency in such a way that here XL is greater than XC. We have adjusted the frequency in such a way that XL means the effective impedance or the capacitive reactance is smaller than inductive reactance. In that case, we can write IL is smaller than IC, because inductive reactance is, if it is greater than capacitive reactance, then current will be smaller than that of the capacitive reactance. Now, what is the resultant current? We can write the value of resultant current as a IC minus IL, because IC is greater, so we can write I is equals to IC minus IL. Put the values of IL and IC in this equation. Then how we can write the value of resultant current flowing through the circuit? Because this resultant current will shift towards the positive y-axis, because IC is greater than E, IL is smaller than E, so the resultant current I shift towards the positive y. Put the value of IL and IC in this equation, then we can write I is equals to E upon XC minus E upon XL. But what are the values of XC and XL? If you put the values of XC and XL, then we can write E upon, what is the value of XC? It is 1 upon omega C, and that of the XL it is omega L. Now in this equation, what is the common term to the numerator? The numerator common term is the E. So we can take the E outside. I is equals to E, in bracket we can write omega C minus 1 by omega L. This will be the equation for the I. After this, what is the impedance? Impedance of the circuit is nothing but, how we can write the equation for the impedance of the circuit becomes E upon I. If you put the value of I here, then what will happen? Z is equals to E upon E omega C minus 1 by omega L. So E will be cancelled. Z is equals to 1 by omega C minus omega L. The condition for the resonance is the same. This is the equation where the current flowing through the circuit becomes minimum. The current in the circuit becomes minimum, and the impedance of the circuit becomes maximum. Because if you consider the IC is equals to IL in this equation, then the value of I becomes 0. Current in the circuit becomes 0, because the impedance of the circuit is infinite or very large. So how we can write the equation for resonant frequency? From the condition as it is given, the current flowing through the circuit is 0. So current is equals to 0. We can write omega C minus 1 by omega L is equals to 0. So omega is equals to 1 by omega L. So omega square is equals to 1 by LC. Omega is nothing but 2 pi F. So we can write the square of this resonant frequency is equals to 1 by LC. Send the 2 pi this side. Then FR becomes 1 by 4 pi square LC. If you take the square root on the both sides, then how we can write the equation? We can write FR is equals to 1 by 2 pi under root L upon C. This is the equation for a resonant frequency when the impedance of the capacitor and inductors are connected in parallel. So this is about the chapter AC circuit. Now the theoretical part of the chapter is finished. Now we will move towards the numerical part. Then we have to consider, or we have to take few numericals from this chapter. Okay, the first numerical would be a coil of 2000 turns. A coil of 2000 turns each of area 0.02 meter square is kept in uniform field of magnetic induction four into 10 raised to minus 2 Tesla. If coil rotates with speed of 1200 RPM about an axis in the plane of the coil, about an axis in the plane of the coil, and perpendicular to the magnetic induction, and perpendicular to the magnetic induction. So this is important one because perpendicular means the angle would be 90. Calculate the peak value of the EMF. Calculate peak value of the EMF. What would be the peak value of the EMF? How we can solve this numerical? If we look at the given terms, then the number of turns N is given as 2000 turns. So turns, no need to write the turns. N is given, then the area is given as 0.02 meters square. Is kept in uniform magnetic induction. So magnetic induction B is given as 4 into 10 raised to minus 2 Tesla. If the coil rotates with the speed of frequency is given 1200 RPM. If you wanted to convert it into the RPS, then we have to divide this by the 60. Then it becomes 20 RPS. Next, what is the given term? RPM about an axis perpendicular to the plane. So the angle is given here as a perpendicular, so the angle is 90 degree. Calculate the peak value, it is denoted EMF peak value, that is E naught. What would be the value of E naught? If we have the value of E naught as a NAB omega, if you put the value of omega as a 2 pi f, then NAB 2 pi f. If you put the values of the given terms, then it is 2000 into 0.02 into the value of B is 4 into 10 raised to minus 2 into 2 into 3.14 into 20. If we solve the terms present in this numerical, then the final we got the value at 201.1 volt. So this is about the numerical. Actually we have to see the different techniques which are used while solving the different types of the numericals. We are not going to see in detail the parts which is about the calculation. So this is about the answer of this question. Now to move forward, now the next numerical we are going to consider. So what is the next numerical? So this is a very straight and forward numerical, but actually in terms of the length of this question, the question is comparatively very large in size. Okay. Now the next question is, an AC supply E is equals to an AC supply E is equals to 300 sine 314.2 TV volt is connected across a resistance across resistance 30 ohm. Calculate. What is to determine? Calculate peak value of the EMF. Peak value of EMF. Second thing is to determine RMS value of EMF. RMS value of EMF. And very importantly, the last topic one, that is peak and RMS value of current. Peak and RMS value of. So the both values, peak and RMS value of EMF and current, is to determine. Now initially what are the given terms? Then straight R is given as a 30 ohm. Then what is the given equation? E is equals to 300 sine 314.2 T volt. If you compare this equation with the standard equation of the EMF, then how we can write the equation? E is equals to E naught sine omega t. Comparing the values, then we have the value of peak value of EMF. That is the first. That is the peak value of EMF. By comparing these two values, then it is 300 volt is the value of EMF. Comparing the equations, then what would be the value of omega? The value of omega is 314.2 radian per second. Then the frequency, then how we can write the equation for frequency becomes, the value of frequency becomes 50 Hertz. Then how we can determine the value of ERMS? ERMS is nothing but 7071 of peak value of EMF, then 0.7071 into peak value is 300, then the answer becomes 212. This is the value of RMS value of the EMF. What would be the value of peak value of current or peak value of current? Then it is E naught upon R according to Ohm's law. I is equals to V upon R. So by using the same rule, then what is the value of E naught? It is 300 into 30. So it is a 10 ampere is the value of current. Then the value of IRMS becomes, it is 0.7071 of I naught. Then what would be the value? 7071 into what is the value of, it is 10, so it is 7.071 ampere is the value of the IRMS, that is RMS value of the current. So this is about the numerical. In this numerical, the value of the applied EMF is given in the equation. E is equals to 300 sin 314.2 volt. By comparing this equation with the standard equation of the EMF, E is equals to E naught sin omega t. So you can directly determine the value of the peak value of EMF from the equation as E naught is equals to 300 volt. In the similar manner, actually we have to determine only the value of E naught. Then what about ERMS? ERMS is nothing but 0.7071. Actually there is no question which is to determine the value of omega and the frequency. So we are only concerned with the very particular with the value of peak value, that is E naught is equals to 300 volt. In the next part, ERMS is nothing but 0.7071 of E naught. If you put it the value, then we will get the value of ERMS as a 2.1 volt. Then in the similar manner we can determine the value of peak value of current and RMS value of current.